Hey guys, what's up? It's Trey here, and it is 7 in the morning right now, but last night I went and saw at the premiere fan event, Star Wars The Last Jedi, which was awesome. We got to see the making of the score for the movie, which was pretty cool. And we also got these exclusive cards right here, which I think I got all of us. I'll show you these. I was going to do an unboxing video on them, but I don't know. So I got Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, but if you flip it on the back, you get Kylo Ren. So I got that. I got BB-9E. Actually, I'm going to do it like this. I got these guys' helmet head. I'm not going to flip the back just yet. I got BB-8, BB-9E, and then top it all off, I got a Porg. So, and then you also get this card right here, which on the back, I'm going to cover up the code because I've already used it, but still, you get a code for the rest of the collection, so you get the full set next, so you have duplicates. So these, I have these open, but the other ones, I'm not going to open them. So, yeah, because I don't want them. I don't have a full collection. Like, I don't know that I got a full collection. And it came with my ticket. It included these cards, 5 minutes of exclusive content, which was the making of the score for The Last Jedi with John Williams and Rian Johnson, which was actually really good. It was cool, actually, I thought. And came with our popcorn, which I got the bag right here. And this is a Regal thing. So it came with this exclusive cup, Star Wars The Last Jedi. And then on this side, it has Rey holding the original teaser poster, which is Rey holding the lightsaber. That has Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker. Which, because this is a spoiler review, it's a really conflict. They have a really, the relationship between them two is crazy. See, I'm gonna start off at the beginning. So 2 years ago, on December 18th, we were all hyped, oh my god, we watched it and everyone was like, oh my god, this is amazing, and then the hype for this one, episode 8, because of the ending scene. Literally, right when it starts off, it doesn't show you what happens, but it gets like 10 minutes in, you're there with Luke and Rey, and Rey's like, it starts off again, Rey hands him the lightsaber, and you know what he does? Pretends the lightsaber, throws it behind him, and walks away. I'm like, seriously? There was a lot of unnecessary humor, but whatever, it's Disney. It was really good in my opinion. Okay, so let's talk. No more like teeny tiny spoilers. We're gonna go deep in the spoilers right now. So if you're watching this in the archives, get out of here if you haven't seen the movie yet, if you don't want to get spoiled. So the first thing to happen is at the very beginning, they're escaping their base because the First Order found them, and so they're retreating. The Resistance is retreating, and they escape at the last second because they have a little mobile plant Death Star basically thing, mini Death Star, but it can't destroy the planet. It destroyed their base though. But this was not the big ship everyone was talking about. I was like, oh, the Dreadnought, that's the big thing everyone was talking about. No way, that is nothing compared to Snoke's ship, but we'll talk about that later. So Supreme Leader Snoke sends them to destroy the base, which they did, but it wouldn't kill the rebels, and Poe takes his ship, and he destroys the Dreadnought, basically, single-handedly. He weakens it to the point where they just need to drop one ship full of bombers. But because of that, every bomber ship is destroyed except for one, and it's the last second thing. She ends up blowing it up, but kills herself. It was crazy, But Poe gets ranked by General Leia Organa, and and then Kylo Ren's gonna finish it for himself. So he gets called a little kid in a costume, by Snoke, and so he goes to kill his mother, and he's sitting there, and he's like, and then he removes his hand, but then the ship's next to him, the chute where his mother is, and Princess Leia goes flying. Everyone flies out, Princess Leia's in space and she's freezing to death, sitting there for like, we sit there for like a minute. She's like, no, and I hear people crying. I'm like, seriously, they're gonna kill her right at the beginning, and then she starts freezing, and I'm like, seriously, why? Then she's like, I think she can use the Force or something, because she just goes pushes herself back into the ship, and I'm like, what? In the whole movie, majority of the movie, she's in recovery until the very end, which leads me to believe they're gonna have to use CGI in the next film or something, which is sad, but or they're gonna have to kill her off or something, you know. They literally had the opportunity to kill her off so many times in this movie, but they didn't. And look what happened. She died right after. It's insane. But what else do we not talk about? There is only one major. Well, actually, there's few lightsaber battles, but the majority of them are not against each other. And we'll get into that in a second here. But there's a Kylo Ren versus Luke Skywalker lightsaber battle, and Luke just gives up and he's like, if you kill me, I'll be like your father, and I'll haunt you forever. And Kylo Ren runs up to him and he does this, and it goes right in his chest. And he's like, and then he runs off, and then Luke runs off, and Kylo Ren's like, huh? And so Kylo Ren just does this, and it goes, pew, and it goes right through him. He's like, oh no. He's like, what? He's like, you cannot kill me. And so like, you think you can kill off no, the resistance has just started. The war has just begun. He said that I am not the last Jedi. And then he said, there's more out there. And he's like, I'll kill the girl. He says, you won't, she's not alone. And he's like, she's not alone and stuff like that. And it was really crazy and all that. But, at the end, it kind of leads you to think, I think the kid might not even have some big role. There's a kid at the end, he's like, he does this, and he has a ring on and has the rebel symbol, and he's like, to the rebels up in the sky, and he does that. I'm like, is he going to play a role? I don't think he has any really big or major role. I think it was just to do it, because why not? That's the way to end the film, right? Yeah. But anyways, let's go back to these lightsaber battles that weren't against each other. So, Kylo Ren and Rey, Ben Solo and Rey, join forces to kill Snoke, and they kill him, and then they kill his, guards, which, let me give you an idea of who they are. The guards are. They're these guys with the mask. Yeah, these masks right here. Look how big these guards are. This is my head. They're about 6 inches tall, I guess you could say. Pretty big cars, I think. And this is the coolest card, because when you flip to the back, you get a porg. So, and so Rey is using, here, we'll do this for reference, visual reference. Rey is using Luke's original lightsaber for half the movie, and then Kylo's using his regular lightsaber. His lightsaber doesn't get destroyed in this one, like I thought it would, because it's him, Aston. I thought his lightsaber was going to get destroyed. Anyways, so Kylo and Rey join forces to kill Snoke, and then at the end, Ren's like, Kylo's like, do you want to join me? We can rule the galaxy together. She's like, don't do this, but then they both use the Force to try to take Luke Skywalker's lightsaber back. And it destroys it, and it shatters, and it destroys the whole ship and everything. And it's crazy, the ship's burning down, which leads to this. Captain Phasma, she made it back in the movie. Finn and Rose get kidnapped. No, they don't get kidnapped. They're on a secret mission to save the rebellion, because the whole plot of this movie is that they're on a ship. It's running out of time. They're trying to escape them. They're running out of fuel. They got to do something, right? Obviously, it makes plenty of sense, because they can track them in hyperspace, so they just gotta run out of fuel and give up or something, or find some way to do it. Anyways, they find a coder named DJ. Don't join. It's not really his name. You don't ever hear his name, but they call him DJ in the thing. So don't join is what he says. So, anyways, so he how do I put this? So he is a coder, and he helps them sneak through the shields. Anyways, they get in there. They're about to shut it down, and Phasma gets them. But Phasma makes a deal with him, DJ, and so DJ turns on Finn and Rose. Finn and Rose are about to be executed when the ship gets destroyed, and Phasma gets killed for real this time. I hope. That'd be funny if she didn't die. She goes and falls down into the abyss of space, but it's on fire. She's like, no. It was like, you better be dead this time, you know, because like she was in the trash compactor and didn't die. I was like, seriously? But dang, it was good. It was a really good movie. A lot of people died, which leads me to the very end right now, not the end of the review. I'm just jumping, everyone. Just jumping off the top of my head. Right at the end of the fight, it turns out the reason why Kylo couldn't kill Luke was because he was projecting himself there using the Force, and it leads to like a minute of him being weak, and then he died, and he disappeared, and then Rey and Leia feel the disturbance in the Force, and then like something happened to him, you know, he's dead. What are we gonna do, you know? And because of that, you know, it makes you think, okay, what are they gonna do? But this movie, a lot of people are like, okay, this movie's gonna make you think. Don't think. This movie, if you want to give it your straight up honest review, don't think. Just look at what was presented on the table and tell me this. If this happened, if this was like a deck of cards, would you say this is a good deck of cards or a bad deck of card? Me, I think it's a good deck of cards. It was a good movie. It was like my favorite Star Wars movie, period. Like, I've never seen a better one. I've seen all of them, except the prequels because they're trash. But this was actually a good one, you know. So I was like, okay, this is actually really. It was amazing. It was better than The Empire Strikes Back, in my opinion. But the one thing that was not good, why it's not the perfect Star Wars film, the plot. The whole, we're running out of fuel thing, that ain't working for me. That's not really working for me. We got one viewer, what's up? We talking spoilers right now. But, so, we got 2 people watching. So, anyways, like, how do I put this? It was a good movie, but there was a lot of flaws. Hey, Ender, you want to talk on Discord later? But the movie had a lot of, in my opinion, a lot of great things about it. Like, the backstory, a whole bunch of backstories told. And I still don't believe Kylo, but he told Rey that her parents were, he said, we found out who her parents were, if he was telling the truth. He said that her parents were nobodies. They sold her for drinking water, which made me feel really pissed off because I had waited a year. Oh, you're going to school? Alright. It's my vacation today. So, yeah. You know, they're like, everyone's like, you know, what was I saying? So I was like, I don't know what I was saying. My mind, I'm lost for words. All I can say is I'm going to do a part 2 of this later. There's so much to cover that I need to, next time I'm going to write it all down. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys in the next review. This is Trey, in and out. Peace.